Okay, here's my introductory video to my adventure in beer making. I'm having a ball doing this. What I wanted to talk about is the way I'm going to do this thing. As I learn something, I'm going to put it on the site. As I get experience with it, I'll put it on the site. I'll go over some of my brews, how they came out, what mistakes I made. Mostly I want to talk about what mistakes I made during the brewing process. Because you make mistakes all the time. But beer is really neat stuff. It's very forgiving. Some of that stuff is really good even though I made lots of mistakes. I'm going to show you a beer in a sec that I thought it was my first beer. I thought it was going to be an utter failure. It's really good. My second beer is pretty good too. Okay, so I'm just going to be talking about all these things and maybe you'll learn something. I know I'm learning stuff all the time every time I do anything like this. I'll pass it on. There's plenty of other people know about brewing and I'm using them all the time. Like I go to Brewer's Friend, that's one of the things I use for a lot of my sources. But I wanted to just kind of include you in this little adventure of mine, and maybe you can pass things on to me that I need to know, and I'll try to pass on what I can. So a lot of these are really long videos, so I'm going to chop them up into little pieces and show you where I failed. Lots of failures, and maybe what not to do. Anyway, that's my little intro to this thing. Hope you enjoy. I know I'm enjoying the heck out of doing it. Before I let you go, this is my first beer. It's American Amber Ale. Made lots of mistakes on it. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Yeah, okay. A little bit of fizz when you pull it off, pull the cap off. Obviously, if you've been around this at all, they tell you do not drink it out of the bottle. You'll get all the settlings in the bottom, which do have some kind of goofy off flavors in them. Now this one I can get almost all of it out before I get any of the settlings. Now, it's got a good head. I poured it real easy. See, I'll get that closer. There's plenty of carbonation. It was carbonated with dextrose. I am experimenting with cane sugar now. Hoppy. It's got malt flavors. It's one of the best beers I've ever tasted. Partly because I did it myself. Anyway, the biggest problem you'll have with some of these beers is not imbibing too much. You know, it really isn't about drinking a whole bunch of them. Just have a good beer. This is an excellent beer. And I made every mistake I could think of. I'll be showing you some of those mistakes in the next few videos, and I'll try to share what I've learned. But anyway, cheers.